Reus in die Mitte! Wir machen rein! Tor! 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 I can't yell, people. It is now almost 1 a.m. here in Finland. We're going to be here for max 20 to 30 minutes. So everybody, if you are watching on replay, please hit the like button. It helps with the algorithm because we have just witnessed peak, and I mean peak UCL football right here in these 2 days. From Barcelona to Arsenal clutching it up to Dortmund with Sancho, great game. And the game we just saw finished between Atletico de Madrid and Inter was peak UCL football right there. If you're not entertained, and if you're some Prem merchant who says, oh, the Premier League's the best thing in the world, blah, 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 watch that game right there. Atletico and Inter put on an absolute show of, okay, might not be sometimes the greatest quality, but it's an open game. And everybody, every neutral person who says, oh, Diego Simeone, they're just a defensive team. You don't watch La Liga football. You don't watch Atletico. Because Atletico this season have been the total opposite. Great attacking team, terrible defensively. And today, wow. I mean, people, what do we say? I mean, we got our 8 teams. I'm going to break down the 8 teams, and we're going to talk about maybe good draws that we could get. We're going to first obviously talk. I'm just going to quickly go down the 4 games because I can't give you in-depth analysis because I got to wake up in about 6 hours for work. So, see, this is the dedication you get. So I just ask everybody, hit the like button. Shout out to SSB, Boopinder, Freemind, Matt, Diego, Jeff, Zustanami, Edge. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're all doing well. But man, what entertainment from both everybody. I mean, everybody this week put on an absolute show. So before we get to the Inter and Atletico game, first off, from yesterday, Arsenal, they clutched it up, man. First quarterfinals appearance is now 2010, 14 years. See, this is why. If everybody's going to go on Arsenal fans and say, why are you guys excited? You beat Porto. Shouldn't you feel some excitement? It's been 14 years. Some of these kids, all they know is 5-1 against Bayern. And they beat Porto. Look, Porto, I thought, over the 2 legs, Porto did really well. They just frustrated Arsenal. They knew, okay, we're going to press them in certain areas of the field, especially the midfield. We're going to force them out wide. And Wendell did excellent, I thought, against Bukayo Saka. And Pepe needs to be drug tested. There is no way Pepe is 41 years old, by the way. Pepe put on an absolute show yesterday at the Emirates. But did you see Ødegaard's pass? Ødegaard's pass for Trossard is the sort of quality you need in the Champions League. You're not going to play amazing as a team always. You just need the individual quality. Ødegaard provides it to Trossard. Arsenal, then they win on penalties. Raya coming up clutch. And that was, I think this is the sort of moments that you can just see Arsenal are building a great team here. These are the moments. Yes, it's Porto. People can say what they want. Arsenal deserves the victory. Unfortunate for Porto. I thought they really played well in both games, but this is UCL football. And when you don't take your chances, because they did have a couple chances, this is what happens. And then shout out to Barcelona as well. They beat Napoli 3-1. I thought Barca first half again, they played really, really well. Just destroyed. I mean, we can just tell this Napoli team are not the same team anymore. They're fragile at the back. Nothing really going forward. Osimhen getting pocketed by a 17-year-old. I mean, Osimhen, man, I've been backing you up. I'm slowly jumping off the train here. Choo-choo. More like, no. I'm really starting to this is the game, like Osimhen, you have to step up in the Champions League against a 17-year-old who was just doing his chemistry classes about a couple months ago, and now he's pocketing Osimhen in the Champions League. You can't let that happen. Look, did Kivara have the best game? No. At least he was involved in some plays. Osimhen, okay, yeah, he probably should have got a penalty because Kubarsi stepped on his shoe, which I thought was a clear penalty. But man, it was like some of the defending from Napoli was so poor. The third goal from Barca, beautiful. That was like sort of prime Barcelona with the tiki-taka one-touch passes. Beautiful from them. And Barcelona, they deserve to go through. They were the better team through the two legs. I think Napoli just have themselves to blame. And really, all the blame should go to De Laurentiis for how he handled the summer with the Spalletti and then the the hiring of some managers, which is offered from Rudy Garcia to Materazzi. It's been a horrible season from Napoli. Now they can just focus on Serie A and trying to get some European football for next season because that's all they got. That's all they got, people. And for Barca, now, is anybody going to say Barca is going to win the Champions League? Heck no. Barca are not going to win the Champions League. They are a good team. Once they get some players back, then who knows? Who knows? Maybe Xavi's cooking something. If they can get Pedri and De Jong fit for that quarterfinal matchup, whoever they're going to go against, we'll find out. But yeah, Barca were the better team in those two legs, and Napoli, they got a lot of rebuild going on because we know Osimhen is probably going to leave in the summer. What's going to happen to Napoli? What's going to happen? And then Dortmund and PSV, highly entertaining game as well. If you didn't watch it, people, first half, it was all Dortmund. Second half was all PSV. And how PSV didn't score a goal in that second half. I mean, Chucky Lozano. I don't know when was the last time this guy scored a goal, but Chucky Lozano, oh my, you have a great opportunity to sweaty it towards Luke de Jong, and then you decide, no, I'm going to be the one with all the highlights and all of the glamour. Chucky Lozano, please, man. God, horrible today. Yeah, he hit the post, but I thought Chucky Lozano, I thought Peter Bosz should have actually started him because clearly PSV just had no attacking patterns in that first half. Yeah, they created some opportunities, but it wasn't good enough from them. Shout out to Jadon Sancho, though. Jadon Sancho was cooking today. He went off injured, but Jadon Sancho was, I thought, really, really good here in today's game. And you can kind of see that the form is starting to return. But the second half was all PSV. If PSV had their shooting boots on and De Jong converted one of those chances, or Bakayoko or Chucky Lozano, this could have easily went to extra time, and it could have gone to penalties. So PSV have themselves to blame. They had all the opportunities in the first leg. You don't convert it. But Dortmund, they just have the experience with the Mats Hummels, with the Emre Cans, with the Nick Sule, with all these guys. Dortmund are not a great team. They are an experienced team. I will say that. They're an experienced team, and they should have been up 2-3-0 in that first half. They should have, because Donny Mullen had all the chances. And then Royce killed off the game, and Dortmund are off to the quarterfinals. And I'm pretty sure everybody will say, give us Dortmund, give us Dortmund. Okay. Dortmund might not be the greatest of Dortmunds, but they are a tricky team. They are a tricky team. And then the game that just ended on penalties, and what a game it was. Remember, everybody, to hit the like button. We got 42 of you in the house, and we only have, 24 likes. You are performing like the Lautaro's penalty. Do not be like El Toro. Be like Riquelme, the young star for Atletico, and hit the like button, please. What a game. I mean, Atletico and Inter put on an absolute show today with this match. Chances galore. Inter should have killed off the game with Tura. I don't know if it was Thuram on the field today or if it was Lukaku. I was going to say Lukaku, but I'm not going to be rude like that. Lukaku. Because Thuram, I mean, two of the chances he had, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, doesn't even get it on target. Then the header in extra time, he could have taken a touch with his chest and then volleyed it. I mean, I don't know which one. I think the header is worse. I mean, he doesn't even get on target. He doesn't even test Jan Oblak. The sad part is for Inter, and we got to give a lot of credit to Atletico because Atletico looked dead and buried that first leg. They looked dead and buried. They didn't create anything. Inter should have won that first leg 3-0, 4-0 if Arnautovic had his shooting boots or Lautaro. But my God, when Atleti play at the Wanda Metropolitano, they are a differente squad. They are a completely different team. How do you go from losing to Cadiz, who haven't won a game since September until they beat Atletico over the weekend, to putting on that performance against Inter? This is why, I wasn't the greatest fan of Simeone a couple of years ago because I thought just when he played that game against Man City, where it was a 5-5 basically formation, I said, Simeone, what are you doing here? This is just so anti football. The last 2 years, I would say I've gotten a lot of respect for Simeone because you can see now he's trying to convert this team into being a more of an attacking team. Just defensively, they don't have, I mean, Witzel and Savic. Come on. This is why people need to respect El Cholo, Diego Simeone, for the work he has done with this athletic team for the long time he has been with them. And now they have knocked out, I think, one of the favorites for the Champions League and the team that has won 13 games in a row, Inter Milan. And of all players to step up, Memphis Depay. But shout out to Koke. Koke had an absolutely brilliant game. The pass he played to Memphis Depay, stunning, stunning from Koke, and it's just like Atleti. They created the chances, and then the miss at the end with Riquelme. I thought that was going to be the chance where Atleti, you have it in your hands, you effed it up. But we go to the penalties, and Jon Oblak becomes the hero. I think Clausen's was actually a pretty good penalty. Sanchez's was pretty poor. And then, Lautaro, he decided to send that back to Buenos Aires. He said, hey, you want a match ball in Buenos Aires? Take it. Here, just take it. Just take it. But if you're Inter Milan, you're gonna be kicking yourselves. You had the opportunities to win this game and kill it off. Kill it off. If you're Barella to Turam, then in extra time, there was a couple opportunities for Lautaro and Turam as well. Like, they had the opportunities to kill this game off Inter. They didn't. And Atleti, they were still in the game. They were creating chances. But my God, you got to just give credit to El Cholo, man. The subs came on at the right time. They made an impact, even though Aspilicueta was, just god awful. You can just see why Aspilicueta, just go to the retirement home. Go to the retirement home. But I'm going to solely blame this on Inter. They should have won that first leg. I know it's easy to say in hindsight. Okay, Michael, they didn't win 3-0. They should have won that first leg 3-0. This should have not even been a contest this leg anymore. It shouldn't have been. But this is what happens in the Champions League. You don't take your opportunities. You go away to a hostile environment like the Wanda Metropolitano, and you're gonna get your ass handed to you. And that's what Atleti do with the crowd. And that is why El Cholo has not lost a home game in the knockout stage. He's never lost a home knockout stage game. Do you know how ridiculous of a stat that is? And Atleti have been to 2 finals. So it just shows you the brilliance of Atletico. But yeah, Lautaro's penalty. Oh, that was so bad, people. It was so bad. Big up Kenobi, big up Fremont, big up Poopinder, big up SSB, big up Elijah. How you all doing? Hopefully you're all doing well. Yeah, man, look, the last 2 days for the Champions League has been quality. Absolutely. When you're talking about like entertainment and quality of football, I'm thinking of these last 2 days. The entertainment value has been there. And damn. It's just that I'm really disappointed by Inter because I really thought they could win this Champions League. They've been playing some really good football, but it just shows you in knockout stage football, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Now let me get up give me a second, people, or wait. Let me go to Twitter. I think UEFA have probably already uploaded it. Just give me a second, people. How you all doing? Damn, I just realized Atletico played 4 shootouts under Simeone in the UCL, won 3, lost 1. And the only one was the most precious one to them. The only one was the most precious one to them. So here we are, people. These are the 8 teams, excuse me. 8. Well, there we go. I'm going to get it up for you all to see. Here we are, people. The 8 teams, the final 8 of the Champions League this season. Some big names. Some big names here. We got some big names here in the quarterfinal. This might be the most sort of stacked quarterfinals. Wow, there's no Serie A teams. Damn. Damn. They're gonna still get that fifth spot though. They're still gonna get that fifth spot, but damn, Serie A took an L this week. All right. Now, let's think like this, people. Let's think like this. When we're thinking of the quarterfinal draw, and you guys, if you're watching a replay, give your thoughts. What is a dream draw for the quarterfinals? If we're gonna just go, let's just go chaotic and let's just go for mental quarterfinal matchups. I would say we get Arsenal, Man City, Bayern, Dortmund, Madrid derby, Barcelona, PSG. I think that would have. Imagine if Real and Atleti meet in the quarterfinals after what we have seen in the Copa del Rey to the Supercopa to the La Liga. I mean, those two games would be unreal, unreal. Some other great matchups I think would be Arsenal, Real Madrid, Man City, and Bayern would be really interesting. Atleti and PSG, and then Barca Dortmund. So I think whatever. See, SSB is asking, what's the weakest team? Now, there's no. Yes, we can say there's weak teams in the Champions League still. This is the quarterfinals now. All these teams deserve to be here. Dortmund won the group of death. They won the group of death. But let's not see. People want to discount Dortmund and what they have achieved. They were in the group of death with AC Milan, Newcastle, PSG. Say what you want about those teams. It was the group of death. They go up against PSV, who are undefeated in the Eredivisie. They ain't no slouches. Yeah, okay, look, they're not great in the Bundesliga this season. They would even their fans would say they haven't been great. And Terzic, I don't know if Terzic will be manager next season, but damn, I need to see Dortmund Bayern quarterfinal. I just need to see it because I don't think these teams have ever played against each other in the Champions League. Can you imagine if we see that matchup? That'd be awesome. And what if we get an Arsenal Man City quarterfinal matchup? What if, people? What if? Or if we get a Man City Real Madrid quarterfinal? Oh, oh, the endless possibilities, the endless possibilities. Oh, actually, Jeff, you're asking a good point here. Is this all first place teams of the groups? That's actually, let me check that out, Jeff. You might be right on that. You might actually be right. Yep, Bayern won their group, Arsenal won their group, Real Madrid. Okay, so nobody from Group D is still here. Atleti won their group, and then Dortmund, PSG. Wow. So only one of these teams didn't win their group, and that's PSG. That's it. Wow. That's actually pretty wild. I don't think that's happened for quite a long time in the Champions League from what I can remember. I haven't seen that for a big time. Big up, Cooley. I wanted Arsenal to play a big because they're so-called a top team in England. Nathan, relax, bro. Arsenal, see, I think people got to relax with Arsenal. Arsenal are a very good team, people. If I'm Real Madrid or if I'm PSG or if I'm Barca, you don't want to play Arsenal. Yeah, they don't have the heritage or don't have the experience within their team. They got ballers, though. Erdegaard, Saliba, Rice. Like these guys, okay. If Arsenal go away to the Wanda Metropolitano, for example, I wouldn't feel so confident if I was an Arsenal fan. I wouldn't feel so confident. But yeah, I think everybody will say that. How would everybody rank this team? So is everybody in agreement in the chat if you're watching a replay that Man City are the strongest team? Do we all say that? Do we all say that Man City are the strongest team right left in this competition? I would probably say yes, but maybe they're not overwhelming favorites to what we thought maybe a month or 2 months ago. Yep. Okay. Now, who is the second best team in this 8 teams, people? Is it Real Madrid? Because I know there are a lot of people after that Real Madrid Leipzig game. Oh my God, Real Madrid! This is not the same Real Madrid. They're not going to be the good team. But this is why you gotta love some reactionary people on YouTube, on Twitter, and even on TV, where they say, "Oh, this is why Real Madrid can't win the Champions League. They don't have the stars. They don't have this. They don't have that." Stop it. I mean, honestly, man. Real Madrid, when they want to, like they did over the weekend, they'll give you a fantastic performance. They are a liability defensively, but with Bellingham, Rodrigo, Vini, and the midfield they got, you don't want to play Real Madrid. You don't. So what my dream draw would be, because I gave you guys a chaos draw, I'm going to give you a dream draw from my perspective. I would love to see Bayern versus Real Madrid because those matchups always provide entertainment. I would love to see Barca and Atleti just because João Felix would have to go back to the Wanda Metropolitano. You know what? Arsenal Man City. Arsenal, Man City, and Dortmund, PSG, because they played against each other in group stage. Even though it would kind of be boring, it would kind of be boring. But yeah, I think when it comes to these quarterfinal matchups in the draw, we're in for some fiery matchups here, people. That could be filled with narratives and filled with all sorts of storylines. Because everybody nowadays like to talk about narratives. Well, we're gonna get probably narratives, whether it's Mbappe going up against his future team, or Mbappe going up against a Premier League team, or Dortmund and Bayern Munich, the rivalry. I think we're in for some chaos on Friday. I think the draw is on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna quickly check that, people. I think it's on Friday, the draw. Give me a second. The draw for the quarterfinals will be held on 15th of March, 12 CET time. Okay, cool. And the first legs will be played on 9th of April, and then the next week following that. A2 does live. It does. Oh, we can't. Although it did happen in the quarterfinals too, people. It did happen in the quarterfinals. It did happen in the quarterfinals. Michael, what don't you want? I don't want City versus Bayern. What I don't want, we saw Bayern Man City last season. Real Madrid PSG, yeah, we've kind of seen that already in the last couple of seasons. We don't need to see it again. Probably those two games. Yeah, probably those two games. I don't need to see those again. Definitely don't need to see those again. Who would you like to see winning? I mean, if I'm not in this competition, if my team's not in this competition, I would always want to see a first time winner. So those first time winners, the only two that are left, or no, sorry, three left, is Atleti oh my god, I was gonna say Dortmund. Atleti, Arsenal, PSG. Personally, I would love kind of to see Diego Simeone win a Champions League, because that, if somehow Diego Simeone wins a Champions League, people, oh, we're gonna have a totally different conversation on this guy. Two La Liga titles, been to three Champions League finals, and won a Champions League. I would love to see Diego Simeone win it. This is probably one of his weakest teams that he's had at Atletico, and he's still balling out, still getting the best out of the players, still creating a hostile environment. None of those teams, Arsenal, Barca, Man City, Real Madrid, PSG, none of those teams want to go to the Wanda. Nobody. Nobody wants to play that. It is so hostile, and there is just some sort of aura within that stadium that they just win games. It don't matter how, they just win the games. But yeah, I would love to see that. Other than that, I would like to see Kane win the Champions League, because I think Kane deserves some respect as well. I can imagine TJ. I can imagine he's going crazy. I can imagine he's going crazy. Big up Gavin says, "Do not let Arsenal go to Wembley. Give them Madrid next round. I have a feeling they'll get Dortmund for FC." Look, if it's Arsenal Dortmund, don't count out Dortmund. Don't. But imagine if Arsenal go to the Champions League final in Wembley and win their first ever Champions League. Oh, I have been saying all season, people, that Arsenal are third favorites for this Champions League. I've been saying it. I've been saying it. I've been saying it. Ooh, that is true, SSB. But that was in the group stage. That was in the group stage. Grizzly getting his Champions League would be cool. Yes, 100% it would be. 100% would it be. Man City are beating every team that play open ball. Atleti is the best opposition to knock them out. And City versus Atleti, hey, why not watch it? Why not? Mm. Can you imagine if by the way, I didn't talk about this during the sort of review of the round of 16. What the hell is Turam grabbing the crotch of Savage? Do you know that was his last action of the game as well? Turam just said, "I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna get subbed off." I mean, come on, Turam. Turam had a terrible game. I mean, he was so bad. Turam was so bad. The touch, the finishing, it was so bad from Marcos Turam today. Really, really poor. Really, really poor. Who knows, Ame? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows, guys? Is the best matchup? I wouldn't say best matchup, Andres. I wouldn't say the best matchup, but it would be interesting. It would be interesting. Big up TJ. Man City 1, tier 2, Real Madrid, tier 3, Atletico Bayern. The rest, come on, TJ. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Please. I know it's Arsenal. I know, I get it, people. I get it from fans of of a Serie A team, a Bundesliga team, or a La Liga team. I get it. It's Arsenal. They don't want to have any European heritage. Yes, they won some Cup Winners' Cup in the freaking 80s. Cool. This Arsenal team, I think, are different. I'm not saying they're winning the Champions League, but I think if you're Man City, Real Madrid, or Bayern, you don't want to play against Arsenal. You don't. It's as simple as that. Everybody's just praying on their downfall. Which team left hasn't beaten City this season? Ooh. Well, Arsenal are the only teams from this group of teams that have beaten Man City. They're the only team. You say. On what grounds would Arsenal be third favorites? That's got to be the biggest English tax ever. Yushe, I don't know if you're new to this channel. And shout out to you if you're new to this channel. Then thank you all for subscribing if you're new around here. If you think I'm some Prem merchant, please follow me on Twitter. Please follow me on Instagram. I honestly hate Prem merchants. But I think people are being disrespectful to Arsenal because it's Arsenal and they don't have UCL heritage. I fully get it. You won't respect them until they beat a Real Madrid or a Man City or a Bayern or a Barcelona. You won't respect it until they do it. But I'm telling you right now, Arsenal are third favorites. They're better than Bayern. Yeah, okay, cool. As soon as Bayern just say, let's give the ball to Musiala, then they're cooking. I think Arsenal they get respect. Now, if Arsenal have to go away to the Wanda, then like I said earlier, I would be worried for them. Would 100% be worried. Big up Patricio says, I only want Arsenal because they think easily. Nah, Patricio, I don't think it's a. That's not the whole fan base. Look, every fan base is going to have deluded people. They're all going to have deluded people. So, yeah, look, some Arsenal fans are giddy. Patricio, I think you need to. You're a Real Madrid fan, Patricio. You have always known success. Always known success. Arsenal fans, they don't know what a title is for the Premier League in 20 years. They don't know what the big ears of the chat. The only big ears they know is Mickey Mouse from Disney. That's the only big ears they know. They don't know the big ears of the Champions League. But maybe it can change. Maybe it can change. But Real Madrid would still be favorites in that matchup. But hey, everybody, before I head out, remember to hit the like button. I don't know how many likes we're on. If you guys are performing like Lautaro, we're 40 likes. We can get to 50 likes, people. Do not perform like Lautaro Martinez with that penalty or Thuram with his overall performance today. Hit the like button, subscribe. What is one matchup you want to see? What is one matchup you want to see in the quarterfinals? It can be chaotic. You can give me an El Clasico in the quarterfinals. Imagine we get an El Clasico. See, this is what I desperately want: an El Clasico and the Clasicer quarterfinal. That's what I'd like to see. Big up AB. They've never been here before. AB, they were in the final in 2006. They made it to the semifinal 08, 09? Yeah, 08, 09. They've been here before. But this team haven't. So we'll see how this team react in the quarterfinal to whoever they get. Pick up Detroit Rock City. Nah, City. No, man. I got it's 1:15 a.m. here in Finland, people. I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna try at least get to sleep. If I can't, maybe I'll jump on. I got work in what is that? 7 hours. I got work in 7 hours, and I'm here. I'm not even asking for super chats, people. I'm just asking you to hit the like button. It's goddamn free. Don't be cheap. Please, don't be cheap like Inter and sign freaking David Klaassen. Who? Why on earth, if you're in, I know they're on a budget. I understand they got to do free transfers. Klaassen? Did we not see how much of a horrendous footballer he was at Ajax last season? And you're saying, yeah, let's go get him. And he missed the penalty today. Big up Dajo. How you doing, bro? How you doing? How's everybody doing? Klaassen and Alexis Sanchez. Let me go back here. So we want Real Atleti, man. Everybody want to see a Madrid derby. I can't lie. If it's a Madrid derby, it depends on where the second leg is. If the second leg would be at the Wanda, by the way, people, I'm not going to be able to do the UCL draw live reaction, but I'll be doing the reaction about 3 o'clock UK time on Friday. So hopefully you all join me for that. I'm going to be breaking down the Europa League, Conference League, and Champions League draw reactions for that. So join me for that on Friday. I can't do a live reaction to it. Big Up Tony says, I understand you're upset, but there's no need to pop off the mouth into is doing what they need to do is survive. They're not in a bad situation. Wait, I understand you're upset, but there's no need to pop off the mouth into. I'm kind of confused, Tony. Are you talking? Which team are you talking about? Which team are you talking about, buddy? Which team are you talking about? They need to survive. They're not in a bad situation like Barcelona. Just calm down. I don't know which team. I don't know which team you're talking about, bro. I don't know which team you're talking about. Big up Detroit Rock City. Bayern fan in the house. Is Bayern, Arsenal, or BVB? Ooh, I would love to see a Bayern versus Dortmund. Even though Bayern would win that tie. I'm sorry, Dortmund fans. Bayern would win that tie. They would. They just own Dortmund. They own Dortmund. So, but also an Arsenal Bayern would be hilarious. Because I know then, Arsenal fans, the motto they would have at every AFTV would make a documentary if and title it The Revenge. The Revenge. That's what they would title it as. That's what they would title it as. Yeah. You want PSG? A repeat of 2020 quarterfinals with Barca Bayern. If that somehow finishes 8-2, jeez, that wouldn't be good. AB. You cannot tell me after watching that performance today that you're still happy with your team. Because yeah, look, Dortmund were I thought fantastic in the first half. If somehow Daniel Malin would just have his shooting boots on, it would have been a lot better. The second half, though, I mean, you guys got lucky. You guys got lucky. You're talking about Inter. No. Look, Tony. I don't know how long you've been a subscriber for. I have been back in Inter, and when people were talking about, oh man, Inter are broke. They got to sell all their stars. Inter are not in a dire situation like Barca. Like Barca, Joan Laporta's lunch money, it's running out quickly. When it comes to Inter's finances and they're having to sign like the Alexis Sanchez, the Klaasens, or the Turams on a free contract, it's how it does. But Marotta knows exactly how to do these free transfers, and Inter are still going to be fine. They're going to win Serie A this season, and I can imagine next season they will bounce back. They will definitely bounce back and have a very, very good season. But everybody, there's your quarterfinalist. Give me your thoughts in the comments down below. As I'm going to head out now, it is 1:20 in the morning. Got to get some sleep. All I ask for you to do is hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around it. We can easily get to 50 likes. And remember on Friday, although tomorrow I might be doing a Europa League watch along, we're just going to have like a watch along party because Europa League is a madness as well. It's a madness, the Europa League. But everybody, have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. Until next time, adios, and see you Friday for the draw reaction.